Hello everybody, this is Patrick Riley from Supply Chain Simplified, and today I'll be walking you through how to create a new branch plant in the SCS purchasing portal. To get to the portal, you need to find your URL. Your URL will be whatever your company name is here, .scsimplified.net. And once you log in, you'll land on the purchasing dashboard, which just gives you a high-level visual as to your current purchase order situation in the portal. You want to create a new branch in the portal, and the easiest way to do that is to find your menu pane on the left-hand side and choose branch plants from that option. And you'll land kind of on the branch plant overall view page, which tells you the name of the branch number, company numbers, currency, buyer number, situation, ERP systems, automatic updates, and maintenance. Well, but you're not interested in editing an existing branch. You want to create a new branch. So to create a new branch, all you have to do is find this little white plus option in the top right-hand corner and select it. And you'll be taken to a page where you have several pieces of information that you'll have to fill out. So the first information you're going to need to fill out is a company number. This is all mandatory. Next is the branch number or the branch name that will correspond to whatever value is in your ERP system. So we'll just create a new one, 2740009, just for fun. We'll give it a name. It can be any name. It should match whatever the name is in your ERP system, but we'll call it Patrick's Test Branch, just for fun. You need to select the currency code. We'll say this is a US branch, so we're going to choose the US dollar. Buyer numbers is an interesting option. Buyer numbers is really more of a security option that tells you if you want to limit certain purchase orders to the buyer that is assigned to them in the ERP system. If you do not check this box, every purchase order that's in the portal will be available for everyone to maintain. If you check this box, only the buyer or the buyer cover on that it will be able to see these purchase orders in the portal. The next option you need to look at is what's your ERP environment. We're going to assume this is an Enterprise 1 and E1 installation, which is, we'll just say E1 SQL Server. The next option is interesting. It's automatic ERP updates. This means, do you want the portal to directly update the ERP system when changes are approved by the buyer in a negotiation with the supplier? So if you just click this checkbox, another option will open up and it'll ask you what method you want to use for those updates. We're going to use, for our test, we're going to use BSSV or Business Services. Anyone in the E1 space will be very familiar with that. The next option is Quantity Divisor. It basically tells the portal how to divide the quantities from the database so they match the number of decimals in the ERP system. And I'll kind of walk through those. 1 means that there is no divisor at all, which means you're dealing with only whole numbers. 10 means you have 1 decimal place for quantities, 100 means 2, 1,000 means 3, and 10,000 means you have 4 decimal places for your quantities in your ERP system. We're going to choose 10,000, and because that means that we have 4 decimal places coming in from our ERP system. Terms and conditions, this information you fill out that usually is approved by your legal team, and this information will show up on every purchase order print that the supplier prints out of the portal. So this is pretty important information. Again, usually your legal team will approve this, and you can just copy and paste it right into this space. And the last option you really need to look at is this maintenance option. Is this ERP system active? If you check this box, that is basically telling the portal that it's not going to harvest purchase orders for the time being. This is maybe in a conversion environment or a place where you're doing maybe a lot of mass updates to purchase orders in the ERP system and you don't want the portal to see them. Or let's say you're down for 2 weeks of annual maintenance at the end of the year. You're going to want to check that box because there's some kind of system maintenance going on in the ERP system. But for the purposes of this test, we'll leave this unchecked and we'll say that this is an active branch. And you simply save here and off you go. And so we'll look for our newly created branch, so 2740009. That will be the branch number that we're looking for. And click on the search option. And there's our branch. There's Patrick's Test Branch, and you can see this is all the information that we just entered. So as far as branch and the setup of the branch, that's it. It's very, very simple. The next piece that you would need to set up here is this little boxed icon here that says linked order types. And what this means is we need to know what order types this branch is interested in bringing into the portal. So it's as simple as clicking this button right here. And here are our order types that are set up in the portal. And over here, once we configure them properly, they will show up as configured. So let's just do a simple example here. We're going to say we're going to use OP purchase order types, which are the standard purchase order types inside of JD Edwards E1. We'll select that, and we're going to put a minimum status. This is the purchase order line status that the portal will begin to see these lines coming in. So we're going to use status 280. That's just for testing purposes. And the next option is we'll click this link selected button. And you'll see now this side is populated. It says this means that yes, an OP purchase order type with a minimum status of 280 is now part of this branch configuration. So when this branch's information is harvested, it will look for OP purchase orders at a minimum status of 280 and bring those into the portal accordingly. Well, and just to show you very quickly, if you want to remove that, let's say you made a mistake or you're changing up your configuration, you simply click this checkbox here, remove selected, and it's gone. And it's right back into the setup here to select. So let's bring those back. Just wanted to show you how easy that was. Let's bring that back into our current setup, and here we go. And the last thing you need to do as far as a purchase order type is a line type. Well, it's going to ask you, what line types are we bringing in? Because we may not want to bring in freight lines. We may not want to bring in non-stock lines, but you may. But here's where you get the ability to configure which lines are going to be, line types are going to be harvested along with the order type. So you simply select the one you want, you click this little button right here to link, and now you'll see that S line types are configured. The S line type is removed, so the last option we have is a D line type. Actually, we will link that one as well, just for testing purposes. And it's very easy just to remove it. You click on this red X and it's gone. Very, very simple, very quick. And at that point, you are ready to go. You are now harvesting purchase orders and bringing them into the portal. So keep an eye out for more training videos from SC Simplified, and we'll see you next time.